All right, I think I be live. So, hello, all my Zen friends. Thank you for joining me for a special Saturday evening session where I'm coming back on to finish out all the readings from today. You'll notice in the description box of the video the order in which I'm going to complete these. We've got 3 donations from the evening session that I did not get to. So thank you guys for your patience in getting to all your readings. Then we'll move into 3 readings for my YouTube uh, member free readings, channel members. Those were from the evening session. And then I didn't get to any free readings today in my morning session, in my evening session, outside of the YouTube channel members. So thank you for your patience in getting to these. I am going to complete those. I have a long list from the earlier 6-hour session that was at 11 a.m. And then I'm also going to then go into the evening session for readings that I did not get into. So I will put timestamps when I'm done with this stream. There will be a pinned comment once I'm completed with the order and then timestamps next to all of them. I do see a couple duplicates of individuals um, from the morning session. I didn't get to your free reading and the evening session, and I believe they're different questions for most of you. So I will complete them in that order. Your earlier morning reading first, and then when I get to the evening, I will also complete those free readings. So I appreciate it. I know not everyone is able to give donations or become a YouTube monthly channel member. That's why I like to come back on and make sure you get your readings. We'll be back tomorrow morning too, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for more readings. If you'd like to join me then for new. You'll notice there's no chat in this one because I'm not taking any new questions. This is just to finish up all the free readings from today. But if you want additional questions, please come back tomorrow. I also come back on later in the afternoon to finish out anything I don't complete in Sunday mornings too. So I think that's everything. Blah, blah, blah. I am going to change tarot decks. I've been using all these decks all day long. Been on since 11 a.m. So what is that? How many hours of readings? But I'm going to use these change tarot just for a different scenery for both you and me. So we'll jump in. So I'm going to start off here first with Maria P. So Maria P, let's grab your timestamp. Let's not forget timestamps, brother Zen. All right, there we go. So we'll start off with you for your donation reading and then for your free reading. So happy birthday again to you. So glad. I hope you had a great day. You began your first day with your next rotation around the sun. So we will dive in here. And so you wanted to know Wally's feelings and thoughts towards your relationship. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Wally. And then anything on you getting your own car? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here. One card, okay. And then the new role position that you will get an offer at work, what kind of role is it? Okay. Let's see here, what kind of role with this new offer at work? All right, and I feel like this one too. Whoops. Not those. But I feel like these are that any messages from Wally to you there. So we'll pull that. Okay. So what are Wally's feelings and thoughts towards your guys' relationship? I like this here. Yeah. You've got the let's see here. Let's start with this one. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity. And they look at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way here, too, with that energy of that card. So they feel as a new start, a new beginning, a new way of looking at themselves, a fresh start. And so they like that energy that comes in here because they do have here a heightened way of looking. The Page of Swords is about That Ace of Swords gives them the ability to see things from a different perspective, but also cuts away that Seven of Swords energy, which is the feeling of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that cheat us out of things, that deceive us. And I just feel like there's been this clarity that being in the relationship with you has really brought to them. Because when you're in a relationship and you're married for however long they've been married, and it's coming to an end and all that, you tend to believe the things that someone has told you, like when you're in a relationship, like a marriage and stuff, and like, "You're worth this, and you're this, and da da da, rah, rah, rah." And the things that they say, and you start feeling like you start believing things when it's told to you so much, kind of start to believe it yourself. But when with you, you brought this clarity in and shown them more of who they really are and help them remember who they really are. So that's really cute. Oh, boo doo boo doo boo. So that's what's coming in there. Um, Anything on getting your own car? Page of Cups. It's the happiness energy here with the Page of Cups. See if I can make it not so bright, and maybe if I just zoom in a little bit so you can see them here. It's a heightened emotion, it's a happiness, which does tell me that there is the possibilities of that, and that when you change your emotion around it. I had a great reading about a car. It was funny. I think it was Happy Pill, if I remember correctly, because they said, what's the energy? Can I focus on energy? And does my energy draw a certain car to me? Not like Christine, the movie, where it's a possessed car. And it cracked me up. But I feel like that energy here of when you start to like focus on what you're grateful for in any vehicle that you've had in the past, any vehicle you've driven in the past. When you have gratitude around, and you can ask Creator too, you can ask them, I'd really like a car of my own. And these are the cars I loved this about that. Is so grateful for that in that car, so grateful for this in that car, and have this attitude of gratitude. Picture those things. And that just tells the universe, tells Creator what you enjoy, and they will that your energy will draw that towards you. So you definitely have it. Just a matter of instead of focusing on want and need, focus on gratitude. It's that all that energy, right? It impacts every area of our life. When we focus on need and want and the fears, that pushes things away. We focus on gratitude about what we've loved about cars, the cars we've driven and the cars we've owned, and that draws that towards us, so it ignites that energy. But you only ask the creator once, "Yeah, do you like a car?" Then we start telling them what, and drawing to us what we love by being grateful to the creator for what we love. So that's what's coming in there. And then the new role position that you'll get an offer at work. What kind of role is that? Got the King of Swords. Wow. You know, King of Swords rules over mind and energy and learning. I almost feel like training in a way. Um, so if there's any kind of training department, look for roles in that, and because I feel like it's onboarding or training or, but it feels very educational and of the mind with the King of Swords, who's the master of that, and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups energy is child energy. Maybe they're gonna start a childcare, and you're gonna be, working in the childcare area. I'm just kidding. But the Six of Cups is like this dream, um, but it does feel like maybe onboarding because it's like the babies of the company are the new people, maybe new hire training or some sort of I just feel like it's a training type of energy, not more than that. And then any messages from Wally to you. Got the Five of Pentacles, which is the old feelings of feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, not being enough. That you've given them the ability here with the Judgment card to see things from a different perspective. And I really, again, it comes kind of echoes kind of the first part of the reading that you had, which is like, you've helped me see myself in a different light. You don't define me, right? But you've allowed me to see you made it easier for to see my worth. You've allowed me to see myself from a different perspective. And that is an amazing thing. So I love all those energies for you. I love those. And then we'll pull a fortune cookie, and then we'll pull your free reading here in a sec for your general reading. So let's see here. Let's put those back in. Come on. All right, there they go. All right, so let's see what your fortune cookie says here. All right, there we are. And you have 3333 social skills. So very big Empress and birthing energy. It's hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm. Says the problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is a time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you, though. I like that. So allow yourself to shine, allow that to move forward. I like that. All right. So that's for that. So thank you again so much for that donation. And then for your free reading, you just wanted just a general for you. I like that you want a general for you because it's your life that you're sharing with, and they get to be a part of your life, but they're not it. They're not your life, right? All right. So, general reading for you, they actually did give you 3 cards. They gave you the 8 of Wands, which is an energy of fast moving energy. A lot of sudden energy coming your way. Yeah, look. They couldn't get a evening without telling you about letting go of expectations, right? The 10 of Swords, worried about pleasing other people, about having other people live up to these expectations. Yeah, the 8 of Swords. So you have both the 8 and 10 of Swords, which just reinforcing this, the amount of energy that comes into your life when you let go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and trapped and restricted, and that has made this your thought process that has try to put other people, bind other people, and limit other people. And no, this is who you need to be. This is who I need to be. But there's this freedom that comes in, and all this flowing energy of 8s and 10s, 4 on each side, 5 on each side is opening this flow. And so all of this focus that you've been doing on purposely trying to release expectations from your life is bringing in this wonderful new energy, this going with the flow energy, allowing yourself to flow with the energy. And I love that for you. It's just a kind of an affirmation of the work you have done, and that the benefit and the reward that comes from it when you do. And all this flow that's happened in your life will just get more and more as you release more and more of those expectations and those limiting thoughts and beliefs. So I love that for you, Maria. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. Then we have Techie, Techie 1. So thank you for your patience in getting to your reading. You are most generous. I appreciate that. All right. So yours came in here. I think this is you because I didn't have any others. So hopefully this is your screen name because it's different than your YouTube one. But I didn't have any other reading requests. So I think this is you. So you had 2 questions. One was, why hasn't A followed up on his offer? And then 2, any more on this situation? All right. So let's take a look here. So why hasn't A followed up on his offer? Okay. Got these 2. Do feel like there's more below the surface here, though. Let's find out the why. Because there's the known why and the unknown why. And then anything else on this situation? Nope, I don't want those. I'm going to take a sip here. All right. All right. Anything else? This, and this. All right. They don't want the bottom of the deck there, so we won't yet anyway. They feel like it's going to come into play over here. So we won't talk about it now. But so why haven't they followed up on their offer? We got the Page of Pentacles. So there's this energy of thinking that there's something better out there, kind of with that. We have the Ten of Swords too. Ten of Swords. So there is this is all the mindsets, the thoughts, the beliefs, all this supposed to's, the shoulds, these expectations. It's like their mind wanted to, for this offer, but their heart isn't in it. It doesn't feel like it feels like their heart wants something else. And the Page of Pentacles is like their heart sees that there's something better out there, something that's more in alignment with the emotional side of them and not the mental side. And so this is this energy. Just the other card before we look at the cards underneath here, this one over here that you can kind of see is the Three of Pentacles, which the Three of Pentacles is about being true to one's authentic self and this creative energy. And I feel like, more about this is they're wanting something where they can express themselves more and that's true, more true to them. And this, whatever this offer is, doesn't feel like it allows them to feel that way. The bottom of the deck, we will bring it in now, they say, is the King of Pentacles, which is this feeling of abundance and wholeness and fullness and, fullness of life. Underneath that, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is the fear of abandonment, not being enough, not having enough, as well. So there's a lot of this worth energy that's coming in where their brain, when they're looking at this Ten of Swords and all that energy together, their mind is like, this isn't a good fit for me. I don't think I'll do well in it. I fear failing. Whatever this offer is about, they just feel like they're going to let people down. But that's why they're not following up on it, because they don't want it. They don't want to pursue it. They feel like there's something more. Let's find out what's below the surface in all these cards. Three of Wands, yeah, with new information, wanting to go a different direction. So different direction coming in that supports what we've been talking about all here, right? The Eight of Wands. This is a passion energy type of card. It's, the Wands is passionate. And you see there's a lot of passion. And that passion is for this new direction, somewhere else that they'd rather be. And so when we're trying to live someone else's dream, if we don't hear from someone or we don't see something, we're like, well, we don't push it because we don't want it really in our gut and our core, right? But when it's something we want and something we dream of, oh, you bet we're going to go after it and we're going to pursue it, right? So it kind of tells us that they're not really super excited about it, right? That's what these other three cards are down here too. Yep, Two of Swords. The battle between the head and the heart, like we're talking about. So they're definitely looking at, wanting to end one cycle and the beginning of a new adventure, free of expectations, free of limitations, following their heart, the Ace of Cups. So they're definitely not excited about this offer. It might look good in the mind and on paper, but in their heart, they're all. So that's a lot of what's coming in here for you, Techie. And we'll also pull, of course, a fortune cookie here. Let me just put these cards back in here. If they'll cooperate. Come on. There we go. And thank you again for your patience in getting to your reading here this evening. All right, there we go. Let's see what your fortune cookie says. And if this wasn't you, please let me know, because I didn't see any other. Those are the only donation that I didn't match up to other people. So I think it's you. You got 555. Yeah, see this energy of change. coming in here too. Encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, like going for your calling, restructuring, creative work. Again, all that Three of Pentacles, this creative work. And so this is their energy that's saying you're going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. So they're looking for their why, and they don't feel like this offer is. They're looking for something that is like, what's my calling in life? And it says, push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. And that's what they feel like this. There's a new opportunity out there for them, something that's more matching for who they are. All right. So that is what they have for you. Techie, thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Tavi T, you are up. Grab your donate your timestamp, right? And so you wanted to know JJ's what? JJ's right. I went blurry. Whoa! No, I'm just kidding. They're just getting a little tired. So JJ's feelings for you. Let's take a look here. So Tavi T, what are JJ's feelings for you? Okay, got these three. We do have this. We do have this. We do have this. We do have this. Oh, no, that's the bottom of the deck. They said that's the bottom. Leave that there. All right. So we will look at that. We got these three and then these three. These three feel independent, and these three feel related. Bottom of the deck, you do have the Chariot card, which is the power of choice card. It's victory, it's movement, but with asking like how they feel about you, it is ruled by Cancer, so there's a lot of emotion there, but there's like this hesitancy, this going back and forth about how they feel. And it's this energy of uncertainty because their uncertainty of how they feel about themselves, right? All of our self-love, and in fact, we got the Ace of Swords underneath here. And it's about the belief system we have. Whatever and however we feel about ourselves is reflected on our relationships with others. So the extent that I love myself is the only to the extent that I can love and receive love from others. So our self-love is reflected, and that's why they're kind of confused about how they feel, because they're confused about how they feel about themselves. Wow, right? Deep. So that's the underlying energy below the surface there. And let's see what else we have here. So, what are their feelings towards you? The Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving horse out of them all. Very bright. There we go. You can see it a little bit. So, it's hesitancy again, this uncertainty. They're not sure how to feel. So, they're taking their time in trying to determine it because they're very confused emotionally. Again, another Temperance, another slow moving card. Both of these, Knight of Pentacles and Temperance, are all about slowness. And then the Moon. Yeah, a lot of here's the Moon Cancer sign energy, the same Moon Cancer energy behind the Chariot. So there's a lot of emotion below the surface, and they just don't know what to do with all this emotion because they don't know what to make of all this emotion. And that means they've had very low self-esteem, a very low emotion around themselves, and they've more so expanded or no, expressed their emotions in the form of passion, more towards physical and energetic attraction rather than emotion, because all they have is this little, well, this is what I can offer you, emotion. And people are like, you keep that. I think you need more of that more than I do. But they can express passion, which is a whole different bank account that it comes out of. They can express that way, but they can't express emotion. And this is why they're hesitant and why they aren't able to move forward in things, because they've got that just that small amount of awareness of self-love right now. Let's see what else they have here. So we got the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is energy about they see this new opportunity, and they sense that interacting with you could allow them to see their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And so they do see this as an opportunity, but it's also very slow moving here. The Knight of Pentacles is in pursuit of the Ace of Pentacles. So there's energy here of being able to see their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. The Knight of Pentacles is the quest for it, and they feel like you might be the one where they can obtain this. But they're wrong. It's not personal. It's not you, Tavi. No one can show us our worth. As long as we're looking to the outside world for our self-worth, self-worth comes self, but we're looking outside the world, that's retail price. It's disappointing. It's constantly changing. It's constantly fluctuating. So, um, this perception that they have and the fear that they have that they won't be able to find that, they're right. Because the outside world constantly disappoints us until we turn inward and upward and go, oh, there's the love and the self-worth I was looking for. And then the outside world changes from a place of lack to a place of overflowing, but they're not at that place yet. So when you're getting mixed messages and you're getting this, you know, hesitancy, there's a reason for it. And it's really a good reason, because we all experience when we try to define ourselves by the outside world, we feel disappointed in it because it is unstable. What we're looking for, we can only find in here. Once we find it, then, oh, the world becomes a place of abundance because we're filling up from the inside and overflowing. And then the outside world, what they give is above and beyond extra instead of falling short, right? It's important to know. Let's see what else we have here. The Justice card. So they are looking at balancing. They have that Ace of Swords and the scales. So their mind, they are, you know, trying to see things differently, and they have been beginning to see things differently from a different perspective. And I can see where they would have maybe put you in a box because they try to define everything and put everything into these boxes. And when they met you, they're like, oh, you're like, everyone like goes in this box. And they tried putting you in there, and they're like, you just don't belong in that box. Do you belong in this box? No. Do you belong? And I feel like you don't fit into their boxes. And so there is this realization that you're unlike anyone else they've met before, which is a curiosity for them. It's intriguing, it's attractive, a little bit scary too. Then you have the Six of Pentacles. There is the Six of Pentacles is the energy of, wanting to have an interdependent relationship and not a codependent relationship, but they do have a tendency to fall into codependent relationships. So there's a lot of work to be done here from their standpoint before they can offer you what you think that they need to offer you. But it's a good reflective mirror for you to kind of look and go, I can define myself from the inside up. And then I don't have these expectations that they need to fulfill me. They need to be, make me feel a certain way, make me think a certain way, because all that is you. Your life is your thoughts and beliefs, your emotions, your energy, your actions. You can't control theirs. So there is this mirror of seeing that they are showing you what you'd like to see about yourself too. But there's this release of long held beliefs of, you know, trying to define ourselves by someone else's actions or non-actions and their words or their silence. It all happens for us to challenge us, to turn us inward to where we will find what we're really looking for. So hopefully that helps a little bit with what's going on, what you're picking up from them. See what your fortune cookie says here too regarding JJ and their feelings. You got 6666. They're the devil. I'm just kidding. It's positive energy. 6 is really the number of love and mother. So this is great blessings. It says self-love, boundaries. Oh, here we go. Self-love. What we've been talking about. Boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, and letting go. It says nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. I love it. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Tavi. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donations. All right. So let me scroll down here and get me some more space. So next, that's it for the donations. The rest of these will go faster. Donations, we dive deeper with more cards, but free readings are 1 to 2 cards, so these will be a bit faster. And let me take a sip here. We're going to do the YouTube channel members first. I have 3 of those. All right. All right. So, up first here, let's see. We do have Lolita. Let me grab your timestamp here. Okay, very good. Got it there. And so Lolita. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're welcome for your reading yesterday. And for today, you want to know, what does the person on your mind think of you? Non-romantic. All right. Well, you think it's not. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look. Won't you be surprised when the lover card comes out? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay, I'm joking. Wow. So you got the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Both of these very highly intuitive individuals. And they think of you as the Queen of Cups rules over emotion. So she also gets a second portion of emotion. The High Priestess dives deep into emotion, to the unseen. So one of the energies that they pick up and they think of you is like, wow, you're really intuitive. Like, you know things you shouldn't know, and you feel what other people are feeling. Um, and so they are intrigued by that, but also this is like, you are a very emotional person. You're just full, a huge heart. Yeah, you're going to feel like emotion really big. But you're also very intuitive and you're empathic and you feel everyone's emotions. So they realize, wow, you really pick up on how people are feeling. Um, and especially this person goes, it would be like if you ask them, "How you doing?" They're like, "I'm fine." They're like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Why do you ask?" And like, "I don't know, you feel kind of down and da 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 da." And they're like, "Oh my God, how did you know that?" So I just really feel like they're, uh, they kind of feel like you're a bit witchy. I said witch, W, witchy, and that they're intrigued by these gifts that you have. But they do feel like this person feels very intellectual. And so even someone with regular emotion seems emotional to them. But because of the extent of emotion that you feel, they kind of feel like you're very emotional, even on the border of overly emotional. That's all right. Don't change. Don't dim your light. Don't shrink yourself back from all that. But embrace that and just go, well, I embrace my emotionality, right? But that's what they want you to know right now, Lolita. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Johanna, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. All right. So Johanna, and I think might have thought you were posting in the praying mantis session, which is all right. We'll still do this here for you in this session. Because you've been feeling a real connection with animals lately. So you wanted to have one of the animal spirit cards that we were pulling in our praying mantis session. So we'll pull it here and pull an oracle for you. All right, so let's take a look here. All right. So there we go. And you received the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up, isn't it, though? Got number 2 with this beautiful antelope energy. Let's see what message comes in here for you. And it says, when antelope spirit rushes into your life, you're being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful co creator. You're being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take actions towards making your dreams real. There we go. Is this your fairy godmother disguised in an antelope costume? There is an intensity you can feel, and it's important to take advantage of this energy right now. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step it up. If you're asking about a relationship, make that first move. No relationships. Just know that's your fairy godmother. What? Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. Stay alert and keep up. Things are getting interesting when Antelope Spirit calls you to move quickly. Wow. How perfect for what you're going through right now in this stage of your life. So I love that for you. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Okay. All right. Then we have Livier Vergara. You are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. All right. And then you would like an oracle reading for guidance. Yeah, we can pull an oracle here. And what are we being drawn to? I feel like we are being drawn to the oracle of the unicorns. So let's take a look here. Let's see what the unicorns want you to know here. And you have received past lives. Wow. Powerful energy. It says, release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So, and there is a lot of this energy coming into our lives right now. Last year, humanity got 1% more access to their subconscious, which is one of the pathways to the Akashic records where we can glean the wisdom, the connection to the past lives, and also the past life emotion. This year, it's 1% more a month. So it's why it's a huge year of transformation. We're getting expansive uh, access into our subconscious and into the spirit world. It says, you are an old soul who has journeyed through many different lifetimes and gained deep knowledge on your way. Your present situation requires you to either tap into your ancient wisdom for the answers or release a block that you've carried forward from another incarnation. You may have some deep fear from a previous time that is being brought to the surface so it can be released for good. There may be people you still hold agreements with. So clearing these agreements is now possible, and this will allow you to move forward on your own path. Maybe time for you to remember the soul gifts that have been locked away and are now ready to be shared with the world. As an old soul, you have evolved over centuries. So it is time for you to use your knowledge to awaken and ascend in this lifetime and to help others do the same. Spend some time sitting quietly in meditation and ask this mystical unicorn to guide you back to the answers of healing of the healing you need, or to help you unleash your hidden gifts. Your past lives hold treasures that help you rise into your power and create the life of abundance, joy, and freedom that you desire. Wow, I love that for you. So that's what they have for you, Olivier. So many blessings to you. Powerful. All righty. So those are the YouTube channel members. And now let us dive in here. Let's see. So I said I was going to start with from the earlier session, the earlier 6 hour, let me put in here 11 Mountain Standard Time session. I'm going to change this one too from the evening 8. Oops, nope, not 8. 6 p.m. Mountain. Just when I post this, I want to make sure it matches. All right, there we go. Let me see. I just need to move some of these out of the way. I didn't set this up correctly. Oh, what a fail. Fail, fail, fail. All right, we'll move these up out of the way. Whoops. Come on. All right. And we'll circle back here. All right. So here we go. So thank you guys again for all your patience and getting to your readings to get today. I mean, oh my gosh. Some of you have waited like half a day, and I'm so grateful for your patience. All right, let me take a quick sip here. All right, so new love, you are up first here. So let's bring that over here. So from 9:39 a.m. and here it is 10:24 p.m. My goodness. So you want to know, should you change Jonas for other psychologists? He was stone-faced. It didn't say much in response to what you told him in your therapy session. So is it time to change like therapist, right? It's like, huh, wow. Thanks for being a rock. I'll just get a pet rock and it'll save me a lot of money, right? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit recommends here for you. What's for your best journey here? Yep, I agree. Yeah, it's funny that the star card is like Aquarius energy. Sometimes Aquarians, I'm an Aquarius sun. I have a ton of water that counteracts my because Aquarians can compartmentalize emotion and put it in vessels. But that's funny that the star card came up here. But you'd add the Page of Cups and the Wish Come True card here. It's like, yeah, you have the right to choose someone that's very comfortable with. It's funny they're bringing back a commercial that you see on YouTube a lot of because there's a lot of out there about it's like a website you choose psychologists and the one that we're bringing into my memory here just bringing back something that I saw. They were like, it took me 3 times before I found my person, the person that I really meshed with very well, and that's okay. And it's like stone face, we'll call him stone face, um, can be very good with someone who wants that and they will be a good fit for someone, but that doesn't mean they're a good fit for you. So I definitely feel like you have a right to be happy with that Page of Cups. And the star card is about a dream come true, someone that helps you feel balanced, not uneasy and going, is this thing on? Knock, knock, knock on their forehead. So definitely I feel new love. Um, Try other people until you feel comfortable and you're allowed. You're allowed to do that. So I like that. Right? So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Alisha, I think I have more than one for you. I think there's one in the evening session too. So there will be another timestamp down below for you. So be sure to check that out. And for the morning one, you wanted to know about yourself, your spiritual abilities, and how can you use them for guidance. And so guidance from your guides. I'm not sure what your other one was, if that was similar or not. If it's the same one, when I get to it, I won't do it. But if it's different, I will. All right. So, Alicia, let's take a look here. What about your spiritual abilities? What do they want you to know here? Okay, they want this one. And then advice on how you can use them. So, what do they want you to know about your spiritual abilities? Ooh, Knight of Cups. Movement of emotion coming in here. So, Knight of Cups, I really picking up here, like they want to emphasize that you are a conduit of emotional energy. So, you can channel emotional energy in a variety of different ways, and it's whatever way you want to express it. So, you can bring through messages from spirit, people from the other side. You can It can come through as healing energy like Reiki or some sort of energy work as well. It can be empathic abilities too, because with empathic abilities, you can actually help people transmute and transform their emotional. So you can do like emotional release kind of energies and therapies. So you have this natural ability when it comes to helping people with emotional um, roots of things, emotional causes that even can be impacting their physical body. That's where can help release things emotionally or release charged emotions that people keep in their bodies. So if you think about, oh, how would I want to do that? There's no wrong way, but it's what way interests you. And there's not a have to way, but you have this natural ability in that area of people's lives to do that. So think about that. And then guidance on how you can use it. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. And this, especially around feelings and emotions around abandonment. And you can even do like emotional inner child work if that also resonates for you, because that's where the Five of Pentacles, that's where lack happens, is when we're 7 years old and younger. So you can also use it in those areas. So sit with that for a little bit and just go, how would you feel most comfortable? What makes your heart feel joyful? Like if you're like, oh, well, I guess I could be a counselor, and you're like, ugh, that's not it. Because your energy or is already saying, but when you're like, oh, I would love to do child therapy with children, get on the ground, play with them, find out what's going on, help them heal, talk to the parents about how they can work. And, wow, it's different, right? So find that joy in that. And I feel like that will help. All right. So that's what they have for you right now, Alicia. So many blessings to you. All right. Whoops. Behave over here. All right. And then ashu, patyal. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I say it every time and I probably murder every time. But thank you for your grace. So you want to know any guidance from your guides on what's coming next in your life? Let's take a look and see what we have here. What's coming next? What do they want you to know? So you have the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I feel like it's very important for you to trust your gut and trust your intuition. Because the Seven of Swords represents a thief, a trickster. I normally don't get it a ton here. Usually I refer it back to our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are tricking us. And it's a good reflection to be aware of where we have deceptive thoughts and self-talk to ourselves, how we're lying to ourselves, how we're cheating ourselves out of opportunities. It's always good reflection, but this specifically feels like trusting your gut and trusting your instinct when you feel like, I'm getting, weird vibes from someone. I don't trust this person. Trust yourself that you shouldn't, because your spidey sense is going off, identifying someone who is deceitful. They might even have good intentions, but they don't have the follow through. It could even be that. But very much it's like, don't trust what this person is saying and trust that gut that comes up, because that will help you avoid some trouble that you don't need to be involved in. And I like this, that it is this testing ground for you to really understand your spiritual change, your spiritual energy that's coming in. So I like that for you. So that's the guidance they have right now for you. So many blessings to you. All right, let's bring another one over here. Right, so Melissa, you are up next. Hey, Melissa. Let's put your timestamp in here. All right, so hello. So will it be aligned with your highest good to accept the lead promotion offer? Ooh, great question. Let's see here. What's the energy of accepting that offer? What would what would you be getting yourself into, right? Let's take a look here. Wow, I just put in here Queen of Cups and King of Cups. Very very positive energy. Queen of Cups, ruler over emotion. King of Cups, balance between head and heart. Um divine counterparts. It allows you to express the divine masculine side, this balanced divine masculine side of head and heart. It also allows you to embrace your divine feminine side of deep empathic abilities, and all of this. So I like this energy for you. It's like you get to be mother and father to people. Yay! But it is good positive energy, very supported here, because you it gives you the best of both the worlds. It allows you to be nurturing, and but also that the King of Cups allows you to train and help people develop and come from 2 different sides here, um, but not at the expense of you being you. So I really like this for you, Melissa. It feels very positive. Um, the king and queen are leaders, leadership. So very much, yeah, boom, boom. 2 cards that talk about leaders, natural leaders, and I like that for you. So I say go for it, Melissa. Of course, you get to make your own decisions, but the cards are very supportive of that and the energy. All right. So many blessings to you. Then Yadi Colon, hello, hello. And so your free question here. Your friend Leslie asked you if you would oversee compliance part time for his, okay, adult teen addiction programs. Wow. So that's your passion. So will this work out for you to make some extra income? Let's take a look here. I feel like you get 3 cards here. They're basically 2 because these 2 come together. All right, very good. Yeah. So, and then here, this represents the 5 of Cups. This is your passion, right? Helping people transform their emotions from lower vibration to higher vibration. And yeah, eventually you have the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight. So that's movement towards extra income. The World card is a victory, ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventure. So I feel like there can be extra income that comes in here. um, Eventually, I think it might just take a little bit of time to really become extra income, because it's almost like the gas money and et cetera. I don't know if you have to actually go there for compliance or if it's, yeah, I feel like you have to go physically to the place and you have to inspect, and the amount of time it takes of you in gas, it's like it almost breaks even in the beginning, but eventually it becomes extra income for you, if that makes sense. So I like it for you. I feel like it's worth it. The passion, the feeling it gives you is worth it breaking even for a little bit. So that's what they have for you, Yadi. So many blessings to you. All right. Okay, let me just bring these up here. All right. So Neha, you are up. Let's put your timestamp in here. All right. So Neha, your free question. The person you keep thinking about, you're in no contact, but what are his feelings and intentions for you? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Feelings and intentions. What are their feelings for you? Well, a lot of different feelings with the 7 of Cups. So there's all those different types of emotions that are bubbling around inside of them. 7 of Cups can represent a bit of emotional confusion. So, and like you're not in contact, you said, right? Yeah. So they're kind of like, what's going on? I don't know what I'm thinking. What's going on? Very, very scattered energy that I'm feeling. But what are their intentions for you here? Well, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is this beautiful energy. It's a balance between head and heart, but it also represents this energy of like a compatible person. And they see you as someone could be very compatible with. So once they can get by this emotional confusion and really kind of organize their emotions, they'll eventually see that, wow. And I feel like there's these intentions of them reaching out to you, but I just feel like it takes time for them to balance out their head and their heart to get their head out of their butt and actually make movement in contacting you. I don't feel like it's like super quick going on. I do feel like they've got a lot of stuff going on in their life. 4 to 6 weeks is what I'm feeling right now based on current energy because they've got this big stuff happening, uh, and it takes time to work all that stuff out to where they can feel confident and at peace in reaching out, because they don't want to reach out when they don't have the time and like feel like they're ghosting you. You're like, I already feel that way, but I feel like they don't want to continue to do that. Like, hey, how's it going? And then you respond, and then they're so busy they can't respond. And then they don't for a couple days, and it's like, what's going on? So I feel like they're trying to wait till they have a pocket of time that they can dedicate and give you the true communication that you deserve, as well. So hopefully that makes sense. Right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Almighty Great Quartz, you are up next. So thank you for your patience in getting here. And you want to know, what can you know from God? Anything revealed? Absolutely. I love connecting. I mean, it all technically is all from Creator, because at the core, the highest vibration is Creator. It all just all the information that comes in comes from Creator and the creative mind, and it all seeps down into all these conduits of our higher selves and all those beings in the higher realms. It all just, like they're the CEO, and it all rolls downhill, right? So it all comes from them. But I love connecting, like going all the way to the top. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's see what they would like you to know right now. What can be revealed from them for you? Okay. 1 and 2. Yes. Everything about your life is about understanding what the real love is, the Page of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles is about you being true to your authentic self. You're a creation of the Creator. You are of the Creator. You're made of the unconditional love of the Creator. Um, you're made of their essence. You are a piece of them being a large sea, and us being a drop within the sea. And I like this, celebrating who you are, not being afraid to let people down or lose, not being afraid to let them down or be punished by them, or being losing their support. They love you unconditionally, meaning no conditions, nothing you can do to lose it, nothing you can do that you have to do to earn it. It's eternal, it never ends. And a lot of why we were formed was because the creator was curious about themselves. And so, in that curiosity, we were formed to look back at the creator, to show them a version of themselves, and they're looking back. And then we, being mini creators, we also wanted to know about ourselves, like the curiosity the creator had of themselves. We're curious about our own self. So, boom, all these expressions, including this human expression and millions of other different expressions of us across other dimensions and universes and frequencies and everything else. We're all looking back at who we are and to understand ourselves, so that the creator understands themselves more too. It's all about exploration, creativity. There's no judgment, there's no wrong, there's no right. There's just different choices, different experiences, different outcomes, different viewpoints, different perceptions. And this humanity is just one of them. And I feel like you need to know that, and that they want you to know you are a beautiful creation. You are not, you know, as they say, God don't make no mistakes. And there's no judgment. There is no judgment. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have right now for you. Great Quartz. So many blessings to you. All right. So let me grab some more of these here, bring them closer. We'll dive into some more. Thank you guys again for all of your lovely patience. All right. So we've got Meenu Moen. Let me grab your timestamp here. before I totally murder your name. So Meenu, mooan, maybe hooda. Maybe this close to the pronunciation. I love your name. All right. So what comes towards you in May month? All right, let's take a look. Let me take a sip. All right, what comes in the May month for you? All right, nope. I'll shuffle some more here. Refresh some energy. All right, let's try that again. So, what is coming towards you in May? There we go. So, all right. Wow, great possibilities. Also, a change of direction here in the month of May. Three of Wands is about with new information, you decide to go off, take an exit, and go on a different direction. Not a complete 180 and going backwards, but you're headed this direction and you're like, you know what, I want to go this way. New opportunity opens up, new information. And the King of Wands here, this is about you deciding and stepping into that power. Both of this Wands energy is action energy. And the King of Wands is like, they have a throne room full of a lot of people, blah, 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 about how you should live, what you're supposed to do. And they all have different opinions, and everyone has different ideas on who you should be, what you should do, blah, 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 right? And at some point, you realize I'm the king in kingdom. It's my life. It's my choices, my decisions. All right, thank you, everyone. Put all your opinions on this opinion table over here, and then clear the throne room. I'm going to make decisions about what I want in life. I'm going to put a plan together and take action toward it. And that's where the Three of Wands kicks in, because you've been going in this direction because everyone's been kind of pushing you and nudging you and encouraging you or threatening you. You better go this way. And so you've been going that way. But now you're like, I am in charge. And so now I'm going to alter course and go this direction. So it is important here in May for you to take time in silence, clear the throne room so that you can decide what it is that you want, not what you think you're supposed to want, but what do you really want? And then you change action and take action and move direction. So, in fact, that's a big piece of what they want you to know so far for May. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Victoria Huber-Ramirez, you are up next. Wow, I'm totally not hitting the right buttons here. So 102, I think it was 36. Yeah, that seems about right. So Victoria, good to see you. And you want to know when will love come towards you? All right, let's take a look here. We've got that here, and I feel we've got this one here, and that one there. So got three cards, but these two came out together. Let's see this one is. All right, yeah, so you have the Two of Swords. When the battle between your head and your heart is ended, that's when love starts coming towards you. I love it. Oh my gosh. All of these swords cards. You got the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords. So the mind right now is winning, which when the heart wins, that's when love comes towards us. When the mind is in charge with all of these small t truths, that they use all these swords to, kind of keep the heart contained where it can't act. It can't see, it can't act on anything. And it's blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. So, what you can do, love will come towards you when you question these expectations, the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around when love should arrive, who they should be, who they should be in the relationship, how the relationship is supposed to start and how it's to unfold, what it's supposed to bring to you, who you're supposed to be in the relationship. You question all these small t truths, all these opinions that you've been given and you've taken on throughout your lifetime from all these different sources. And even just start by writing down what I think a relationship is supposed to be. Write it out, get it out on paper. Just let your ego, let your that mind that has all those thoughts and beliefs, let it be out on paper. See what it is, see what it says, and then question it. Is that really true? Do I really believe that? And why do I believe that? And is that really necessary? Because all these restrictions put this view that comes in like this. We tell the creator it has to be this creator, and they're like, this is on back order for 1,000 years. If you want it to come in sooner, you can open up and drop these expectations more and more and more and more. Then we eventually find things that can ship tomorrow instead of years in advance because our restrictions were restricting by our beliefs, love coming in. But once we release those, we raise our love vibration and that speeds and brings them in sooner. So that's what they have for you, Victoria. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Nelia Medeiros. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donations earlier. So grateful. And for your free reading, you wanted to know, I think you also have another one down below. So you'll have a timestamp here and a timestamp from the evening session too. And you want a general for the summer. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, because we didn't get to this one. I don't feel like we got to this one. Maybe we did later. Maybe you asked this later, because isn't this about the summer love in Greece? But let's look anyway. Let's see what else for summer anyway. That was hilarious though. Breaking into song. Boom 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 boom. Yeah. So we do have a new opportunity coming in for summer here with the Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups, which is this opportunity to switch the frown upside down, to move energy from lower vibration to higher vibration, and the power of emotional choice that's coming in here. I just like this. And I feel like this new opportunity comes from you choosing to go, you know what, I'm done. If I don't know if you ever saw like Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner. He was a old cavalry guy in the United States, and there was a woman that had been married to an Native American, and um, and he died, and she was in mourning. But Kevin Costner and her were falling in love, but they couldn't act on anything because she was in mourning. And I like this. There was this decision that you will be out of mourning on this date, is what her father-in-law decided. And on that day, she came running in white clothes, and and then she jumped in his arms and they kissed. And this is that kind of energy I feel with this, is whatever this, I don't know if there's this deep sorrow or this disappointment. I feel like you're choosing a date here in the summer going, it's over. I'm tired of feeling this particular way about this particular person or this particular event. And it creates a new opportunity. And I feel like you're going to pick a day to say, it is over. I'm no longer going to allow myself to feel this way up to that date, and then I'm done. I like that, this wonderful transformation. And maybe make it June 20th, the first day of the solstice, of here comes the longest day of the year, and I'm going to embrace that and let the light shine on this area of my life. So I like that for you. And that's what they have. So many blessings, Nelia. All right. And then Mars, you are up. And I do believe you also will have one down below. Yeah, I think it was an additional reading on R, if I remember. So we'll do this one, and then you'll have another one. Just look down below and you can click on that one as well after you're done with this one. So you want to read on R, new addition to your close friend group, and welcoming him with open arms, but dreams you've had of him are odd. Ooh, really? Do tell. I'm just kidding. Intuition says he's benevolent, and he seems to be, but what's really going on? All right, what a word, benevolent. So let's take a look here. So tell us about the energy around R. What's this? What are these odd dreams about, right? What is the energy? What are they trying to tell you? All right. I do feel like they are going through a change with the Hanged Man. It is transformative energy. So caterpillar to um, butterfly, of course. And then the Four of Cups is an energy of stagnant emotional energy, but it's stagnant because it's like when a caterpillar's in a cocoon, they become caterpillar soup. They're in this transformation. So I feel like you're picking up old energy, current energy, and future energy that's coming. And so it does feel a bit, how would you say, well, mixed emotions, mixed energies where you're like, wait a minute, I could have just saw a glimpse of a caterpillar, and you're like, no, 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 they're a butterfly. And then you're like, what? I just saw a flash of a cocoon. What are you? Are you this, this, or this? And they're like, yes, because they're in the middle of transformation. They are a bit of a caterpillar, they're in the cocoon, and they're a bit of butterfly. They're all three at the same time. What is like the Trinity, right? The caterpillar, the cocoon, and the butterfly. That's funny. But so I feel like that's what you're picking up, and this energy is odd because you are picking up this variety of energies that are from them, old, current, and new, and future, like past, present, and future energy, because it is all kind of mixed in all together, and it is difficult to separate it all because it is all happening at the same time with this energy. So hopefully that brings in clarity, and we'll pull more here in a minute when we get down to your other reading as well. So hopefully that helps. Right. So that's what they have for you right now, Mars Mars. So many blessings to you. Right. And then content, you are up. And content, I did see that you asked the same question in the evening one, so I'm only pulling it for this one. So don't look for another one down below because I'm not doing another one because you asked for the general for next week. So I think you just were like, oh, Brother Zen missed me. You didn't know I was going to do this. So in the future, if you want to do a different question in the evening, if you come back, feel free to do so as well. All right. So let's take a look here. A general for next week. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. So you got the Three of Pentacles and the Empress, the major arcana number 3. It's all about creativity with both of these cards coming in here, and about being true to your authentic self, birthing something. And I feel like there's this energy of allowing your creativity to flow. When I get this kind of energy and this importance of creativity, can mean that you've kind of steered away from not having expressed your creativity in a while. And it's such an important piece of us to allow these creative juices to flow because at our core, we are creators. We're mini me's of the creator. We're mini creators. We have this necessity to express creativity, whatever way it is, whether it's painting or pottery or music or baking a cake or cooking or whatever way it's like, you know, whatever creativity means for you. I really feel that it's encouraged for you to take time to do it this week, even if it's doodling or something. But it is definitely this energy of expression is so important for you this following week because the creative juices allow a balance. It helps us get out of our head, connect to our heart, connect to the higher realms when we do that. So I feel like you're being nudged really to, if you don't have a creative outlet, it's time to create a creative outlet. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you. Content. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me bring some more of these readings over here. Bring that one and that one. Just bring this last one too. All right, there we go. All right. So CultureNV, you are up. All right. And so you wanted to know, you were wondering if you could have a free general reading. Absolutely. Let's see what we have here for you. All right, sorry. Got an itch, and then I gotta take a drink, and then we will dive in. Don't mean to make you wait. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right, got this one and this one. Let's see what we have. All right. Yeah, but it's time for a re-energization of your emotions. You have the Four of Cups, and I don't know if you can see the boredom on there, but they are bored out of their gourd of those three cups, and the Ace of Cups is being offered to them. And then the Ten of Cups is about joy and overflowing emotion. So it is like this, I don't know, whatever you do to water to re-energize it, to put you don't put electricity in it, and that kills things. But there's this, you know, re-amplification, regeneration of your emotional energy. When we talk about the minor arcana, the odd numbers are challenges that get us to the next level. So let's say you had a Three of Cups challenge emotionally to bring you to a balanced Four of Cups. And that's great. We want to get to a balanced energy for a little bit. But if we stay too long in one, that's when it becomes stagnant. That's when it becomes dull. And we're ready for a challenge. Like in this case, a Five of Cups comes in and challenges our emotions, bubbles things up, allows us then to go to the Six of Cups for balance for a little while, and then Seven of Cups, balance, Eight of Cups, and then eventually Ten of Cups. This fulfillment, this overflowing energy that comes in. So I really like this for you, because is telling you here that some emotional challenges that are coming up are for you, because it's time for you to move from a place that's been too comfortable for too long, and it's time for emotional growth. Yay. But it's showing you the end result. It's to get you to this Ten of Cups where you just feel overjoyed, and then you're in this place of bliss. So the reward is worth the journey to get there, I feel, is like what the message is coming in there for you. Right. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, and enjoy. All right. Let me grab a timestamp here. All right. And then we have Darliz Georgey. I'm just going to add extra sounds to words, evidently, but you wanted to know if you should pick another real estate firm or wait for your guy friend to reach out to sign with his real estate firm. All right. We'll see what's best energy. We'll pull a card for the we'll do the if you wait to choose your friend's firm, and then if you don't wait and you choose a different firm, that way, because spirit doesn't have like a should energy. They're like there's no wrong choice, there's just different choices with different outcomes and different experiences. What do you want to experience? Well, so that's what they do here. If you wait for your friend to reach out for his real estate firm, yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles, this feeling of lack, this feeling of being abandoned, left out in the cold. If you choose a different firm, yeah, the Three of Wands, you choose to go a different direction with them too. So I feel like this energy is encouraging you to choose a different firm, a different real estate firm. The Three of Wands, even choosing a different real estate firm, I feel like you're like, don't be afraid to change again if you're not getting the results that you want um, from this other one. Um, so that's what they have coming in here. I know. Ugh. Don't know if I even want to go with a real estate firm now, but um, so I do feel like you eventually do go to like a third. Well, you have a second option. Uh, After you choose to go with a different real estate firm. And I feel like it's fairly quickly. In fact, I don't even feel like you sign on um, with a firm that you meet with them, and you're just like, I just feel, you don't click. So you're like, well, let me think about it and go to a third, like, You have the friends firm. You have the one you went to. Go to a third one. And then you're like, ah, there they are. There's my real estate agent. Click, 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 and you love them. So I like that for you. So hopefully that helps there, Darliz. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Sassylibra. I know. Finally. Oh my God. Right. Thank you for your patience in getting to your free reading here. So you have just one question. You lost your driver's license. Oh my God. I hope you found it by now. But you want to know, is it somewhere here in the house or completely lost? All right. Let's take a look here. So is it somewhere in the house? Or is it completely lost? Let's see what we have here. We got 3 cards. Is it somewhere in the house? Ace of Cups. Ding, ding, ding. It is in somewhere in the house, it appears. It is not completely lost. You have the Full card, the Two of Swords here. The Full card is, I feel like you put it somewhere you normally don't with the Full card. It's a brand new energy of like, oh, that's right. And the Two of Swords is an energy. How you can find it is to sit quiet, take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, open your heart, and ask your heart. Don't ask your mind where it's at. Your mind's freaking out. It doesn't know. But your heart will guide you to it. So just then go, right, heart, show me in my mind's eye where my driver's license is at. And you're like, oh, that's right. I was buying that and I stuffed it in a different place in my wallet, or I just stuffed it in my purse, or I stuffed it in a pocket. But I feel like it's a new place because you were in a rush in a different situation. So you stuck it somewhere where you're like, oh, I'll remember, but then you didn't, right? So hopefully that helps, Sassy Libra. But I do feel like it's somewhere in your home, either in your wallet or your purse or your pockets or somewhere um, that you normally wouldn't put it, is what I feel. All right. So hopefully that helps, my dear. Hang in there. All right. Many blessings. All right. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. All right, Ateshi, and you go, why do you feel such a strong connection to SSP? All right, let's take a look here. What is this connection about? I feel like this one here. Yeah. So you've got the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a balance between head and heart. Four of Swords is peace of mind. But below the surface of all this, the Queen of Swords is like, in the Four of Swords, you got these expectations and this, it's like your mind is really obsessed with them. This is interesting because your mind thinks they are the perfect compatible person for me. Not your heart, but your mind. Your mind is set on them for some reason, but it just has this long held beliefs. So I don't feel like it's from your heart, though. I feel like this is all mental with the swords energy. And it's like these, well, it's rooted in fear. It's small t truths rooted in fear. A lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's have really been reinforced for a very long time, where it's strongly been enforced that, this perfect compatible person has to be this, has to be this, has to be this. And they hit all three. Not many people hit all three in your experience. And that's why your mind is crazy about them, obsessed with that is my security, that is my wholeness, that is my fullness. But you can question those. Are these things really necessary? Close your eyes, open your heart, ask your heart. What is it that you want? Even It'd be interesting to take a piece of paper and write a line down the middle, put heart and mind, and then ask your mind, what do you love about them? And connect with your mind and go, what do you like? And then go down spiral staircase to your heart knock on your heart's door and your heart opens up and says, "Come on in." And you're like, "So tell me, what do you like about them?" And see what comes in that. You might get some of like, "Who?" Because I don't think your heart is as excited about them as your mind is. And then you can ask your heart, "Well, what do you want in a relationship? What do you want in someone?" And see what they say. I feel like it'd be a great um, interaction with your heart and mind. So if you so choose, if you don't, that's cool too. I will not judge. That's just what spirit has here for you as an option, right? So that's what they have for you, Ateshi. And I think you have another one that'll be down below. So look for another timestamp eventually. And about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more readings will be down to you there. All right. Up next, we got Benita Bala. Hey, Benita. Let's put your timestamp in here. Did I do it right? I did. Okay. So, Benita, hello. What will Sean's next actions be towards you when he finds out I like him too, the family friend? Ooh. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see how freaked out he gets. Oh, God, I've been found out. Let's take a look. All right. So, all right, there we go. So, what are his next actions when he finds out? All right. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow action. Slowest moving knight out of them all. And the Fool card is about a new adventure, a new journey. So I do feel like, it's the world of possibilities, adventure. Um, I feel like if they find out that you like them too, they will kind of ease into being around you more, but not like with intention. Like they would spend more time and ease into hanging around you more, testing the waters of everyone around, um, and just seeing how it would happen. It wouldn't be a fast movement and marry me. It'd be, hey, hey, um, but it would be more around family and not like going out separate for a while. Then eventually it would be, "Hey, I wanna run to that. Do you wanna go with me, to that thing?" And, you know, da da da. "Is this a date?" "No, no, just as friends," It starts off that because they really love being a part of your family, and they fear losing it very much. It's such a huge, strong piece of their life that they definitely want to not rush in. If, as soon as they see trouble, they'll back off and they'll come back and they'll ease into it. So hopefully that helps, Benita. I know, but that's what's coming in. All right. So many blessings to you, and then Czar, you are up. So grab your timestamp here. So Czar, you'd like to ask what is waiting for you this summer? All right. Let's take a look here. It's not far away, right? I mean, June 20th, it's just a little month and 10 days away for summer. Whoa, there we go. Boom. See that? Cards come flying out. So, all right. Well, so you do have new love definitely possible here. And with the Ace of Cups. And the Ten of Swords is like if you want to keep the love, then we need to let expectations go. I talk a lot about how, the expectations are what destroy relationships. It sucks the life out of the sails of the love boat, of the love sailboat, right? And, and what I mean by that is we get this long list of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's about who they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be in the relationship, how we're supposed to meet, how it's supposed to unfold, what it's supposed to bring for me, who I'm supposed to be in the relationship. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? And it is, because when we have this long list of all these rules around what love is supposed to be, we're focusing on what love is bringing, but we're also focusing on what it's not bringing. And it's that not having the identifying and focusing on what's not happening, who they're not being, what they're not doing, what the relationship's not being, even what I'm not doing, that sucks the life out because when we focus on not having, then we get more of that. Whatever we focus on, we draw more of and it grows. So not happening brings more not happening. And how we overcome that is we stop focusing on that and start focusing on what we love about who they are, what they're bringing, what we love about what and what we're grateful for about what they're bringing in. We're grateful and what we love about the relationship, what we love about us in the relationship. And because we're focusing on that energy, it grows and expands more and more and more. Who doesn't want to be in a relationship where I'm telling you, you know what I love about who you are? Oh, yes, please do tell, You know what I love about what you bring into this relationship? Sure. What that does, it doesn't make me go in the other direction. It makes me want to give more of that and more. But if you're telling me, you know what you're lacking in this relationship? No, I don't want to hear that. Then I want to go in a different direction, right? So that's what's available for coming for you this summer is love, but it's a new type of love. It's a new way of approaching love, and it's exciting. So I like that for you, Zar. Right. So many blessings to you. All right. So that is everything from this morning session. Hopefully, I didn't miss anyone from that 6 hour session. I know I am crazy, crazy bread is Zen. All right. So now we're moving into the evening session of the free readings that I did not complete. Let me just move some of these down. So up first, we do have Malika Best. Let's get your timestamp here. Okay. So Malika. Greetings and blessings to you too. Your question is about your love life. What should you know? Is your future love already known to you? All right, let's take a look here. What should you know about your love life? Okay, that's that one here. Then do you already know your future love? All right. So, what do you need to know? Seven of Cups. That there is not one love choice. What? I know. Some lifetimes we will have a fated relationship that no matter what pathway we take, we will meet them at some way, somehow. We're going to meet this one person. It's the same one all across all of our paths, all of our possibility paths that are there. Other lifetimes, we will have, like, if we go this way and make these decisions, we'll end up with this person. If we go these decisions, we'll end up with this person. If we go this direction, we'll end up with this person. So there's seven possibilities of relationships that you could end up with depending on your every moment choices of your thoughts and stories, of your emotional choices, of your energetic choices, of your physical choices can end up in one of the seven. So, uh, some lifetimes are like that. And we have sometimes stepping stones to get to these different people too. But ultimately, there are seven different options that you could end up with in this lifetime. Other lifetimes you've chosen, you've had one love that you are destined and you bump into them in some way, somehow. But this one is not that lifetime. Do you know your future love already? Um, you have the Empress here. I don't feel like you know any of them yet with the Empress because the Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and you have this pocketed time of learning to love yourself, um, raising your love vibration, focusing on who you are, and that's this pocket of time, and it takes you to this new place. It takes you to this new, heightened, um, higher vibrational energy that draws in this. But you are the creator, you're the creatress with the Empress. And so you don't know them yet um, because it's the pathway, it's towards, it's like, this is interesting. I'm going to try to explain this, but the pathways to meet one of the seven, um, they don't intertwine at all where you end up, knowing two of them at the same time or whatever. Each pathway is so uh, fine tuned to each specific individual that it's going to be later down the road where um, like the pathways don't have a ramp where you'll end up changing at the last minute and going this direction. It's like they're so designed that the pathways narrow very not very quickly, but down the road. And so you don't know any of them yet. And it's all about you creating your life through your choices, but it's about being true to you and following your heart in your life. And being the more truer you are to yourself, the more you zero in on them too. So hopefully that helps. It's a little bit confusing, I know, but that's what they have for you. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Nelia Rameros, you are up again. Thank you so much. There we go. So Nelia, for your free reading, your love reading. All right. Let's take a look here and see. What about love? Summer love, right? Tell us about your your uh your love. Oh my gosh. So, well, you got the 2 of Cups, that's why I was laughing. 2 of Cups is relationship energy. Here's the summer love and the Emperor. Aries energy, fire energy, summer energy, right? Well, not really, because Aries is really spring energy. Aries is the beginning of spring. Um, but the Emperor is an energy of uh, a well-rounded person. The emperor rules over all 4 kings, so they bring in the qualities of mind and emotion and energy and physical form too here. So I feel like this summer love that's coming in um, may not, and I love it because when we were talking earlier about how Greece happens, right? They thought it was just summer love, and then they discover, oh, hey, and I know with your job change, wouldn't it be a hoot if you meet someone and it's a beautiful summer thing and then you change jobs and you realize, "You work here?" And they're like, "I do," and you're like, "Oh my god, here we are." So it becomes more, than just summer love. So I like this energy coming in, but they're very well-rounded. I feel like they're very attractive with Aries energy, fire signy. I think you got Leo before, didn't you? I don't know. I've done so many readings today. They kind of all melt together, but I feel like fire energy definitely is here in this strong draw as well. So I love that for you. That's what they have for you right now, Nelia. Little bits and pieces. The scavenger hunt continues. All right. Then Ateshi Singh, we are back to you here. Let's get your timestamp here. Okay. And you want to know, does he even care? Let's take a look here. Okay, we got this one and we got this one here. I know it's hard to see it. We've got the star card and the 7 of Wands. So, 7 of Wands is an energy about shining bright, not asking permission to shine. Um, And so they can kind of come across with that type of energy as, "I don't care what anyone else thinks, I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna." They're very adamant about not trying to be someone that they're not, and sometimes that can come across a bit strong. The star energy is Aquarius energy too, which the reason I kinda chuckled is because "Does he even care?" is a quite often a question people ask of Aquarius males. Sometimes females too, but definitely for Aquarius males. Me being an Aquarius male, when I was not in tune with my emotional side, uh, because I had shut it down when I was younger because of I have Pisces stellium and all this water trines, all this stuff where the emotional energy was so much I had to disconnect it because it was freaking me out. Feeling everything in big things and being called a crybaby because I was feeling everyone's emotions too as a young child, shut it down. And um, Aquarians being air signs, but they're water bearers, those little containers are emotions that they can contain. So it would be a hoot if they're an Aquarius, but they might have Aquarius energy. But that's this misunderstood that, oh, Aquarians don't feel emotions. Oh, yeah. Aquarians do feel emotions. They just put the emotions in little Tupperware containers, burp it, put it in a little refrigerated station inside the heart to keep it fresh. All you have to do is ask for emotions, and they will show you that they care. But this one, this he that you have, also has this strong rebel nature, which is also Aquarian, but rebel nature about I got to be me. And they have had a lot of people, it feels like, that have tried to control them, tried to make them be who they're not. And so they're very adamant and they've got these strong boundaries, which also can come across as whoa, right? So maybe understanding that you can kind of take a step back and go, okay, let me just see here and let me approach it differently and see if I see things differently in them now that I know what to look for. So hopefully that helps, Ateshi. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And then Alisha, we are back to you. So let's grab your time stamp here. Whoops. Okay, I think that's right. So Alisha, your free question. General guidance for your guides and how to improve your spiritual growth. Okay, so this was the one that you asked earlier. And I said that I wouldn't pull. Well, let's just do it Well, no, let's not, because I told you I wasn't going to do it. So you're not looking for it. So I'm so sorry. I'm just going to erase that. Zip that, erase it. All right. So JB, you are up next. So let's grab your timestamp here. All right. So, JB, you would like a free reading. So, you didn't see a question. So, we'll give you a general reading, see what Spirit has here for you. So, what for JB? What would you like JB to know? All right. All right. So, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. And then you see the progression coming in the outside world, the reward for whatever you've been really investing a lot of energy into. The Queen of Swords is a card of balance of head and heart. If you've been trying to work on towards like relationship, the Queen of Swords represents someone very compatible coming across your path. So if it's someone that you've been trying to work towards finding for your life, they do come in. If it's something very compatible and balanced that's coming your way too. Eight of Pentacles is like an apprentice that's been putting in all the work, learning from the master, and then becoming a master, ready to move forward, ready to rise to the next level. And that can be in job, relationship, physical status, whatever it may be that you've been investing all this energy in. You will see the reward. It is coming. In fact, if you haven't seen it already, it's just around the corner where you're starting to see the fruit of your labor. All this work, you've been really going for it. You're going to see the reward that comes here very, very soon if you're not seeing it already. So, that's what they have for you right now. So that's your message, JB. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Mars, we have circled back to you here. Let's put your timestamp down here. All right. So a second read on R. So what can we know about R and open armed, accepting them into your friend group? What else can we know about R, please? Okay, this one and this one. All right. Yep, so we do have the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So there is this cycle here, and I feel like this is something that they're trying to overcome, and this is part of their transformation that they're going through, right? But the Five of Cups is a tendency to focus on the lower vibrational emotions, and it has been a cycle they've recognized that they're trying to break. But and I feel like it's like what they've grown up with in their household, that people would focus on the lower stuff because it would get attention. It would get, in a way, manipulate people to do what they want them to do because you're taught act, sadsies. Oh, well, we're not going to do that. And then other people who have grown up with most humans have grown up thinking that we're responsible for other people's happiness. Because when we're younger, right? You made mommy sad. You made daddy mad. We're responsible for people's emotions. Oh my God. I got to make everyone else happy because that's how parents manipulate children to do what they want them to do. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do it any again. I'll do everything to make you happy and make you not sad and make you not mad. But then we carry that going forward. And then because we're taught, we're manipulated that way. We're taught that's the way you do it, right? Act sad. And if that doesn't work, then you act angry. If that doesn't work, then you reject. If that doesn't work, then you act sad about that the rejection didn't work. You just it's the depth con of manipulation. And I feel like they had so much of that growing up that they have that, and that's what they're trying to overcome. I feel like they're aware of it. So again, there's this energy here of you might have some cautious energy in the beginning around them because of repeating cycles, but they're trying to be the cycle breaker. And they're trying to end that. And so supporting them and in a loving way. So when somebody be like, "Oh, we're not gonna do that." No, we're not. Boo boo doo boo boo boo. You're gonna like my who was it? My third ex broke me of this because I used to have that. I can relate to this because I'd walk out of a room or walk out of a house or end a conversation and expecting them to chase after. Well, this one did not. In fact, he would go, "Gonna cry me a handful? You gonna ride that patty lip to town?" And I forget what else they used to say. But I was just like, and then finally one day, they were like, "You know what? I don't fall for this manipulation. If you wanna talk, talk. If you wanna walk, walk." And I was like, but it broke me, but I didn't even realize it, and it helped me change, and so I love that. So you can do that. You can borrow those. "You gonna cry me a handful? You gonna ride that lip to town?" Feel free. It's all free for you. Alright, so that's what they have for you, Mars. Hopefully that helps a little bit. All right. And then love is the most powerful force in the universe. You are up here. Thank you for your donations earlier. I appreciate those. And for your free reading, this is for your mom. Oh, you're so nice. So a general for your mom. Let's see what they have here for your mamacita, your little mama. Let's see. So what would you like? Loves mom. All right. These two are for her. So we got the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands. What a great celebration here. I feel like your mom has done a lot of work on releasing thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that used to deceive her and used to cheat her out of opportunities and, um, that negative self talk, those lies. Because the Six of Wands is about victory and it's recognition from the spiritual posse, the higher selves, that they've done this and they've overcome this. Um, and there's also this forgiveness of this energy coming in here too. Forgiving yourself for all that, but also forgiving these deceivers of the outside world, these liars and deceivers and cheaters and tricksters. And I just feel like there's this celebration of that she's poured out the wrath and she's consciously chosen to no longer be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or non actions or words or silence. And that's allowed her to open up to become a vessel of love. So I really like this energy coming in. It feels very like a celebration, a validation of the hard work and what she's done. And I like that for her. That's what spirit has for her right now. So high fives all around. All right, so that's what they have for you, love. So many blessings to you. All right. And then lastly, but not leastly, we've got Lightning and Love Tarot. What a great name. And I don't think I cut all of your timestamp, but here we go. So, Lightning and Love Tarot. What is your life purpose? That's all? That's all you want to know? So, let's take a look here and see what spirit comes through. Life purpose. I'm sure you get being a tarot reader, you get that, and you're like, wow, let's take a look. But, you know, it's finding our life purpose is like a scavenger hunt, right? Former iterations of humanity, we came in knowing, fully aware of, we could see all paths of possibilities and where they would end up and where we would go and the directions we would head and all that. And we know what to exactly pick to get what we wanted. And that was cool in the beginning. What a fun game till you're like, it's like knowing all the cheat codes on a video game. After a while, it's exciting, but then you're like, "This is too easy," and, kinda becomes boring. Then next iteration, we knew less and less and less and less. Then we came in this lifetime so veiled that we don't wanna know the future, we don't wanna know it all, and so it becomes a scavenger hunt where we get little bits and pieces to take us on the adventure of finding out. In fact, it's one of the things we love about this existence, because on the other side, we just wanna know, "What is it like over there?" Boom, we're right there, right? We wanna know something, we know it. But here on Earth, the progression of going from here to there, taking steps and wandering through the scavenger hunt, sometimes it feels like that, right? But it's not a direct line ever, right? It's always this wandering, the scavenger hunt to get to something. And it's the journey that's so important for us here. So, and this idea that we have like an absolute contract, and like that's really what spirit has told me is it's a human thing. We need to know, we need to feel like completion, we need to do this, but we come down here to understand ourselves more clearly. Like we're perfect mountains we're already perfect, but we become all these expressions of all these different beings, including human, different lifetimes, to wander around the mountain of who we are to understand ourselves more. So our purpose is always exploration, but we multitask. While we're down here, we have intentions of helping the collective, helping others explore their mountain of who they are by being mirrors, by doing this, by creating that, by bringing messages of spirit. But it doesn't have to be. If I didn't do anything I did, it would just make everyone's experiences a little different, but not imperfect or right or wrong. And so it takes the pressure off of you do what you do because you love it, not because you feel you have to, or fear of failing and not living my life purpose. What if I fail? Well, we have to try life all over again. It's like, no, it's that's so human instead of, you know, when it's of spirit, it's of unconditional love. Unconditions mean no conditions, which means no pass or fail, which is like, well, then what about these soul contract, energies that we talk about? That's human. It's about pass or fail and achieving or not or whatever. We're already perfect. We don't have to become something different. It's like Rumi says, I don't have to find love. I just discover the obstacles my human has created between me and realizing it. And that's the whole thing, of the human experience is the exploration. So hopefully that helps too. I love that. I think that's for more than just you and me. But let's see what else they want you to know about. What are your gifts? What any idea on the scavenger hunt of discovering what your gifts are and how you want to express them to the world, right? Yep. So we've got the 7 of cups and the 8 of pentacles. 7 of cups is, look at all the different ways that you can uniquely express the love within you in the world. And the Eight of Pentacles is the energy that you've been putting in: the blood, the sweat, the tears, the learning, the growing. But it's transformation. We transform from the caterpillar to the butterfly, and there's this moving from, you know, an apprentice to a master. But it's not, I like that they're bringing that in, because it's not about um, being something that we're not. Because when you think about the caterpillar to the butterfly, they're not becoming something more. The butterfly was always within them all along. They're just going on the journey to unravel and transform and remember what they really are. And the Seven of Cups is an energy of, you know, there's no right or wrong way to express that love in our heart with the world. There's just, we have a desire to express that to the world, and we express it in whatever way feels right for us, whether that is tarot or channeling. Um, Everything is channeling energy. It's just a matter of how you channel it. Do you do it through tarot? Do you do it through energy? Do it through painting? There's no wrong way to express that unconditional love. And we're eternal. We have tons of lifetimes and unlimited lifetimes, unlimited different expressions and all these different universes to do it. So it's about following our heart. Where is it leading us in this moment? That's our life purpose. Our life purpose is to experience who we are by experiencing what we're not. We come here to experience lower vibration. It's like this tapestry, right? Um, if the tapestry was all beige, you wouldn't see that design. If it was all black, you wouldn't see that design. But because we experience shadow, we see the design of what we really are there in the middle. So it's amazing. Takes a lot of the pressure off to just be able to express love in our own special, unique way, not duplicating that, right? It's about being true and unique to yourself. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you: lightning and love tarot. So many blessings. All right, everybody, that is it for this evening. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And when I'm done here in a moment, I will post a pinned comment listing all of the readings I completed in this session with the timestamp, so you can find your reading zippity zippity quickity quick. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for more readings. So if you'd like to join me, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, as long as you put your question in there, I'll get to it sometime during the day. And until I see you guys again, remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Remember, have fun, because why are we being so serious? All right. I love you guys. We'll see you soon.